crazy for this one.
The origin of 250 gemstones. Sit back, relax, and grab some popcorn. Yo, Michael here. 250 Gemstones Exchange. This is where I give you guys excellent content. And in exchange, you guys give me a like, comment, or subscribe. Hopefully, all three of the above. As we always do, the first part of this segment will be mostly ignorant. Second half of the segment will be intellectual, and we'll bring it on home. Today we're going to talk about snitching is at an all-time high. See, I just don't get it. I don't know. What you think was gonna happen? I guess these superstars, these celebrities, these street dudes, I mean, everybody is ratting. Everybody's ratting. Everybody folding under pressure. So the first point, gangs, everybody do what they do. I'm a type of person, like, whatever I do pertaining to shit I shouldn't be doing, whether it's having sex, whether it's committing crimes. I mean, you don't know what life has in store for you, but whatever I gotta do to make it, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna do it by my motherfucking self. I don't need a bunch of niggas to go rob me somebody. I don't need a bunch of niggas to go sell me something. I don't need a bunch of niggas, some of you niggas is freaky. I don't need a bunch of niggas to go have sex with a girl. I don't know what's wrong with you niggas. I just don't know. But I know one thing. King Michael rolls by his motherfucking self. I don't need no help. When I'm at that bar, I'm by myself. You know what I'm saying with me? When I'm at the club, I'm by myself. Unless, of course, I got friends or a homegirl with me. A lady with me. A little lady friend, a little piece of work on my side. You understand what I'm saying? But ratting, I couldn't imagine ratting no more because I knew we gonna get caught. This is why you got to get your bond money. I'm not telling you how to be a criminal, but OG told me, he was from Oakland. And he was just breaking down, it's not about skin color. It's not about your geographical region where you grew up at. It's about your mindset. OG Calico was his name. And he was sick of these niggas. We was 18. OG Calico probably about late 30s, mid-late 30s. And I mean, he didn't seen it all, done it all. And he was getting tired of these niggas. He's getting really sick of these niggas. He broke it down. He say a lot of these niggas don't understand that the importance of getting a lawyer. See, these niggas buying chains and jewelry, all that dumb shit. You need to get your bond money ready. You need to get your lawyer fee ready. You need to put some money back so when you in there, your bills are covered until you come out. OG Calico put everything in perspective. OG Calico understood that his ass was going to jail doing what he doing in them streets. Wise man. OG Calico knew that his black ass was going to jail, so he prepared for it. Didn't rat on nobody. Now I don't know him personally. I just hung out with him a few times, but I understood what his mind was. Now I don't know if he ratted on nigga when he was younger. I don't know, but for as his demeanor and everything, he always rolled by himself. Sold his dope by himself. He sold his weed by himself. Had a cool little whip. In Oakland, they call them scrapers. When you take an old school, put some rims on it and the sound, customize it, make it look all good for the hoes. So, every spot got their own lingo. I know Miami got a term for it. I forgot the term. I know Texas got their own term. Yeah, he took his old school and fixed it up. Nigga was by himself because he knew these niggas can't be trusted. A lot of these niggas busting their guns, you going to jail. Selling dope, you going to jail. Beat up your old lady, you going to jail. Behind on child support, you going to jail. So OG Calico seems to have done it all. So I'm a type of nigga, I like to learn from other people's mistakes. I don't want to go through that, motherfucker. If I can learn from you, in your past experience, and you can tell me, hey, if you go down here, nigga, this is what's gonna happen. These are all the dynamics that happens if you go down this road. It's kind of like, I know if I mentioned this before, this is how I like to learn, especially around Negroes, because most of them can't be trusted. But if you going down a road, going down the main street, and let's say you riding down 73rd. Every time you ride down 73rd, let's say 73rd and let's say 73rd and Robertson. At that intersection, you're facing Robinson Street. You're on 73rd and you're facing Robinson Street. To your left, the street is raggedy, but it's cool down there. You know, ain't too much going on. You can turn left or right. On the right side, there's all type of shit jumping off down there. Hoes down there. I'm talking about there's shootings. There's always shooting down there. You're always hearing these strange and absurd noises. You go down that street again. You're on 73rd again. You're on Robertson. To the left, it's the same old same. To the right, you hear the noises, but the noises are getting stranger. You go down there a third time, 73rd and Robertson. To your left, it's still quiet. To your right, you heard somebody scream for their motherfucking life. Now, common sense would say, every time I coming down this street on 73rd and Robinson on the right side, there's always some shit happening. And the last time I passed down there, sound like somebody just got murked. There's the people always screaming. Sound like, I don't think it's in my best interest to make a right. If I had to make a choice, if somebody said, hey man, you got two choices. You go down left, go down right. Now going down left, down the road, something may happen to me, but if you had to choose, I'm gonna go left. Ain't nothing going down, it's quiet down there. Ain't no hookers, I don't see, it's raggedy, but I don't see no hookers, I don't see kids out there playing, I don't hear no shootings. I don't hear people gasping for air because somebody tried to take their damn life. I'm going left. The point that I'm making is I didn't have to go on the right side of Robinson to understand that I might get fucked up. That's life. See, what they tell, a quick side note, what they tell blacks is that you ain't black unless you're tough. And you ain't tough unless you go through the most rigorous uphill battles that you ever had to face. Now, there's blurred lines with that. Hardships, uphill battles, adversity does make you stronger. But let's be real, niggas. Some of that shit is unnecessary. They tell blacks that all of it is necessary to go through all bullshit all the time. That is not life. So, on 73rd and Robertson, on that left, I'm down there. Hearing motherfuckers gasping for air, bleeding to death tomorrow. I didn't have to go. I didn't have to visually go down there, mingle with nobody. I didn't have to go down there and see somebody get. All I had to hear it. You can feel for it, and that's how most of the decisions should be made. Learn from some other body's mistakes. That dude got hit up. He gasping for air. Maybe I shouldn't go down there because I don't want to end up. Let's say his name Bobby. I don't want to end up like Bobby. I feel sorry for you, Bobby, but I got to go make a left. It's safer over there. and that's how it goes. It's a certain type of understanding that you keep doing this shit. And I can't say if that's how a man's eating at that point in time. Everybody's going through something, so I'm not here to judge. If you out there in the streets, if you out there working a 9 to 5, everybody got their own life. But for you to jump in this criminal organization and rat on somebody, I couldn't rat. Because before I do the crime, see, I'm a type of nigga like if I'm gonna do a crime, I already put in my mind somebody gonna rat on me, so I'm gonna make my chest move. You know what I mean? You just gotta move different. You can't trust nobody when you constantly putting your life on the line. You're already putting your life on the line, and then you're gonna put when you're doing that type of shit, you giving your life. Your life is in the hands of the justice system, and you're putting your life in the hands of a rat, of a snitch. So That's too much going on, man. I'm like, anything I do, I'm man enough to do it by my motherfuckers. I don't need help beating up a nigga. I don't need help standing alone because my presence is strong enough. And if a nigga give me, he give me. But I didn't put nobody else in my BS. And I didn't rat. You know what the consequences come. You're breaking the law. And then you go, oh, that's my brother, that's my slime, that's my woke, that's my round, that's my nigga. I'll kill for my nigga. I'll do anything for my nigga. Yeah. Even snitch on them. What kind of shit is this, man? It's crazy. And this goes for a lesson for any man, I feel, to the highest degree. We all need help. Every man needs help. But most of this shit that you gotta do is do it on your own. It's something about accomplishing something on your own, or at least being a driving force of what you're trying to accomplish. When you trying to buy a house, well, I'm gonna put in these hours. I'm gonna work 2 jobs. I'm gonna get my credit up. You just hungry for it. You hungry because I know if I get this house, I can start building some equity. If I have children, I can leave them something. They won't be struggling. They have shelter. Now, as far as food and other bills, y'all on your own, niggas. I'm leave y'all some money when I leave here. But you niggas is on your own. I did my part. You know what I mean? But it's nothing like going after your dreams on your own for the most part. Like I said, being a driving force and putting the dream into play. You know, you being that key to the ignition, fire that thing up. Is nothing like standing on your own. And with that being said, like I said, you always get some help. This person is an expert in finance. This person is an expert in construction. This person is an expert in such and such. This person is an expert in what you call it? Expert as an electrician. This person is an expert on bargaining and making deals. You can pick up some game from here. How do you know if you're making the right deal? We all need help and get that help. Just because you stand alone doesn't mean get your help. Standing alone meaning that in those times where shit gets rough, in those times where you just have to dig deep into yourself and keep pushing. Stand alone. You know, it's a wonderful feeling when you bust your ass and when you put shit into play and all them years and all them hours you put in your overall goals finally accomplished. Stand alone. Grown ass niggas ratting. You do the crime, do the time. I mean, it's that simple. Get your money up. See, being a criminal, what they don't tell, because I see growing up inside. Let me just slow down. Let me slow down, y'all, because I'm getting excited. I was raised in Sacramento, back and forth from New Orleans, because my daddy from New Orleans. So I was back and forth New Orleans up until about 8 or 9, and then from 9 to 19, I was raised in Sacramento. The cultures are very different from New Orleans and the West Coast, but at the end of the day, crime is crime, nigga. Crime is crime. The reason why I'm bringing this up, because a lot of people don't tell the youngsters how expensive it is to be a criminal. Quick breakdown. As I mentioned earlier, lawyer fees. You gotta actually pay the lawyer. Court fees. Rent, light, phone, gas, food, clothes, miscellaneous. That's just to keep yourself together. Now you got kids. You gotta get something for your baby mamas. Her hair, her nails, her personals, savings. Now you gotta pay for phone calls. Every time you make a call, you gotta pay. The gas and the amount of time it takes for your family to come visit you, that's money. And the money that you need to start your life over again. So people, they don't tell you how much it costs. It's hard starting your life over from the ground up. You gotta have some money for that. You gotta have some money put away for at least about 15 racks, 10 to 15 racks so you can hold over the rent. How you gonna pay the rent, help your baby mama with the rent, and you behind bars? Unless you hustling in there and sending her money. Now every man got that hustle. You in the slammer, how you gonna pay your bills? You lost your job. Now you got a record. Let's just say if you're single, you did 15 years, it's very hard to get housing. Which I don't understand because they bring people from other country over here every single day and they're not vetted, but that's another story. You do the crime, you did your time, you owned up to it as a man, but now you can't get housing. And the places where you can get housing is one of the worst places in the city. And in those places is very little investment, is very little development. That costs money to dig yourself up. So this is what they don't talk about. If they broke down the math of how much it costs to be a criminal, they say, hell, I might as well give me a goddamn job. You know what I mean? So stand alone. I don't need a bunch of niggas. Now I'm going to bring it home. Intellectual. What I want to tell you guys is that this so snitching culture and snitching is nothing new. Niggas been ratting and a lot of people are untrustworthy. Even if they're not snitching, people backstab you. Sleep with your girlfriend. Family members do sneaky stuff to you. Your friends do sneaky stuff to you. So you just gotta stand alone and be careful who you hang around with. Be careful who you put your be careful who hands you put your life in. And do your best to make the best decisions because you only get one of these. And I don't know about y'all, but Michael is going to live his goddamn life. I'm going to have fun. And if I do get in the slammer, I ain't going to blame nobody. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to hustle. I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure I don't go back there. Like I said, I don't judge nobody. People have their own reasons why they do what they do, but you got to stand alone and have a plan, especially as a man, because you are the builders of the world. You are the foundation of the world. The world needs strong men. Need men who make better decisions. Need men who willing to put in that work. Need men who one day hopefully will be great fathers and pass on all the wisdom down to the next generation because the youngsters need it. Hell, niggas in our age group need it. Hell, the older people need it. Hell, the really old people need it. The men, we are the driving force of the world. Stand on it. Stand alone. Weather the storm. Man up, goddammit. Man up.